The one and only time I took Zoloft. Oh man, it scared the living daylights out of me. So I've always been somewhat of a hothead, always been. You know what I'm saying? 95% of the time, I'm a happy-go-lucky, your old buddy Josh, soft and cuddly. But 5% of the time, it's always just, drinking or not drinking. You know what I'm saying? So, some would call that a dry drunk. Yeah, I don't buy that. I just think that 5% of the time, my emotional capacity is to be a hothead. You know what I'm saying? And so, like 95%, even my drunken days, I love drinking, dude. I like getting buzzed, getting drunk. I enjoyed it, had fun. 95% of the time, but 5% of the time just did me in, and I said I can't keep doing this. You know what I'm saying? And so when I got sober in 1997, May 25th, 1997, who's counting? But I still had that 5% of the time I just fly off the handle, and I never punched anybody or I just yell. And then one time we had an example when we were living in New Jersey in 2012 or something like that, and I yelled at one of my kids. It's just so stupid, and I was embarrassed. They were embarrassed for me. My wife was embarrassed and upset. I was like, oh. So we went to a doc. I said, I just need something to get that 5% of the time removed because it's just bad. It's embarrassing. And I hate it. So I went to a doc and he prescribed me some Zoloft. And so I got some Zoloft, and he goes, all right, look, man, you got to get your body acclimated. So what you do is you take a half a pill a day for the first week or something like that, and then you can go to full pill. But don't, just keep that. You got to let your body adjust. All right, so we go home. It's right about 8 o'clock. You're supposed to take it right before you go to bed, or around a couple hours before you go to bed, something like that. So it's about 8 o'clock, and my wife is out. I forgot where she was. I'm like, all right, well, now's the time to take the Zoloft. I'm looking forward to seeing how it works. And I said, well, if he said to take half a pill, hell, I'm going to take a full pill, because if half a pill is good, a full pill is twice as good, right? Oh, my goodness. So I take a full pill, and I go to bed, and I can't remember if my wife was there right then or not. Either way, I remember I was sleeping like a baby, and as they said, you want to take a couple hours before you go to bed. And I woke up like 2 a.m, just in this massive panic attack, dude. I don't know what it was, but I was like sitting there thinking, holy crap, I'm out of control. I never had a panic attack, nothing, because I don't do drugs. I'm not an idiot. I like the ladies. And if you're a man and you like the ladies, you don't do drugs, all right? So it's like, all right, so I'm sitting there. I'm just like, I remember I got up. I said, I have to do something. This is the weirdest thing, dude. So I went to the bathroom. In our bathroom, we had like tile on the floor, and it was like it was cool. It was in the middle of winter time, beginning of spring, late winter time. And I'm just rolling around on the tile. It actually felt pretty good. And I was like, I took all my clothes off, just rolling around on the tile. It was cool. But then after that, it was like, it wasn't enough. So I said, I got to get out of here. It was freaky, dude. And so I put all my clothes back on, obviously, and I walked outside just to get the cool air to calm me down. And I'm just walking around 2 or 3 in the morning, and I just felt like my mom. The reason I don't do drugs, because I like the ladies, but B is because my mom told me about she had an acid trip when she was living in San Francisco back in 1967 or 68. And she said it just scared the bejesus out of her. She thought for sure she was, gonna go crazy, and she probably did, to be honest with you. So I'm freaking out, dude. I'm like, is this ever gonna end? You know what I'm saying? And it scared the living hell out of me. And so I'm walking around, I'm outside, I'm like, all right, just go back in. This is weird. And I'm just like, all right. I'm like, people are gonna know you're outside, they're gonna think you're crazy and all this. So I was like, do I wake up my wife? I don't want to wake her up, because first thing she says, what happened? And I'd have to tell her I took a full pill instead of half a pill. She goes, and the first thing she'd say is, why did you do that? And I didn't want to have to answer. I said, I don't want to have to answer that. I just want to get this over with. So I don't think I woke her up. I just remember I was trying hard, but I was like, dude, it was crazy. It was scary. I was scared poopless, but I don't remember if I woke her up. I remember I just finally, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half later, I just laid there. I said, please let this go away. Please let this go away. Please let this. It was freaking freaky, dude. And so, and I was finally able to go back to bed, and the next day I was fine. But it's just like I said, I'm never touching that again. And, oh my goodness. So now I take Lexapro. Oh, Big Pharma. Yeah, dude, I love Lexapro, dude. That 5%. I don't think I've gotten a piss and match with my wife or anything like that literally. I remember I had this good friend of mine, Brett, who I used to work with at USA, and he said, man, because he knew. He was just like me. He's a hothead. And I was recovering alcoholic, and he's recovering alcoholic, but he just like me, dude. He's a poor boy, raised. It's just anyway, he knew. He said, "You gotta get on the Lex." I said, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Dude, I can tell you're just like me. You're emotional guy." I'm sure it's from my Irish background. My dad was a hothead, his dad before him, you know what I'm saying, all that stuff. He said, so what the Lex will do is it'll take that edge off. I told him about my thing with Zoloft. He goes, oh yeah, you don't want that, you want Lexapro. I said, all right. So I took on Lexapro, and that was 2014, 15, been on it ever since. I think I got off it for like a year. But I remember I could feel my hot-headedness coming back, and I didn't like it. I don't like being hot-headed like that, dude. So I said, all right, I'm getting back on it, and I love it. It freaking helps me immensely. But I gotta, you have to build up a tolerance for it. And, when I got off it for that year, I wasn't like punching walls or anything like that. I was just a little bit, just a little bit on edge. And what I mean by that is things that right now just don't really irk me would irk me a little bit. And again, I wasn't yelling at Charlotte or anything nothing like that, nothing. But it was just a little bit. I could feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I just don't like this. So, you live well through chemistry, and they do have pharmaceuticals that are good for you, but you got to find out the one that is good for you specifically. And I don't like big pharma. I trust them as far as I can see, but I also don't like big tobacco. I don't like big energy. I don't like big, big beef and all that stuff. But these are the worlds we're living in. So if you can find something that's helpful to you, even if it's part of an industry you can't stand, it's okay, dude. I mean, don't make the good the enemy of the perfect the enemy of the good, or whatever that is, because it's there are some good things out there that big corporations bring. A lot they do. You just don't want to be inundated with that crap where you're relying on them for everything. You know what I'm saying? But man, that was my only panic attack. And I just, Chloe has sent me a YouTube video. This guy took what did he take? Salvia or something like that, and he said he felt like a ceiling fan for 15 years, even though it was only 15 minutes. He's like, I remember every day like I was a ceiling fan. Dude, it's freaking crazy, man. That that drug stuff, it's freaking scary. It doesn't have to be illicit narcotics. It could be over the table. Well, not over the table. What's it called? Not over the counter. Prescription. But man, that's, your mind is a freaking deep entity, and you got to be careful before you mess with it, because that panic attack, it scared the death out of me. I can see how people feeling that way would just, I got to stop this and jump off a bridge. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I wasn't like that, but anyway, all right, I'm gonna hit the gym. God bless. Going to the gym is one of the ways to keep me sane too, because look, I'm not an angry guy. But going to the gym, you feel good, you stress, you get the stress off, you sweat a little bit, and it just feels good. So I'm hitting my son's gym here. I want to see if I want to join Anytime Fit. No, it's Workout Anytime. And, they got machines and stuff that I like, because as I get older, you don't want to mess up your back, dude. That's for sure. Like doing deadlifts and stuff and squats, you can really mess up your back. So you got to be very, very careful. So here they got these Smith machines, which are good because you can just basically pull the weight's over when you can't do another rep, as opposed to hurting yourself. So I'm gonna hit this gym, and we'll see you guys later. God bless.